Middle-earth shadow of Mordor, how do I love thee, let me count the ways. Not really. No, I love the game, it was fun, I just beat it like an hour ago, and it was good. So, obviously, Middle-earth is about Talion. You are possessed by a wraith after you are slaughtered by the Black Hand of Sauron, and it is your quest for vengeance. It's an open-world game set in Mordor, and it's very much like the Batman games. You wander around, there's stealth missions, there's different missions that you can do, there's a lot of stealth elements, I mean, and the fighting system is pretty much the same. It's a very one-button affair with counters and then combo buttons that you press and tweak your hand around because they're sort of hard sometimes to do special moves. It's all pretty tight, the gameplay is good. It's tight, it plays, like I said, it plays just like the Batman games. So if you are a fan of the Batman games and you happen to like Lord of the Rings, check it out because it's worth a shot. It's worth a try and you might have some fun. It's not too hard. I did die. I died quite a few times, but the game relies on you dying. It will let you respawn at a nearby tower and it will promote whatever orc you fought to a position of power if they weren't in a position of power, and they will gain power if they were already in a position of power. With the Nemesis system, where you get certain enemies to become basically your rivals, these people that you want to attack and want to fight and blah 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 and all that stuff. You guys have seen it, it's fun, it's good, check it out. So visually, Shadow of Mordor is really good. I play on a PC, with ultra level graphics and all that, and it looks beautiful. It looks phenomenal. I don't know how many times my girlfriend walked into the room as I was playing it, looked at it, and was like, oh my god, what the fuck? Video games have gone so far. Now, admittedly, she's not a gamer. She doesn't see a lot of stuff. She hasn't seen me playing Skyrim with all the mods and all that stuff. But graphically, it's a very beautiful game. I particularly liked the Nurinen area a lot more than Mordor, because Mordor is, you know, your typical browns and grays and desolate and dark, where Nurinen, or wherever the fuck it was called, it was a lot more greenery and grass and it was beautiful, and yeah. So visually, it's a great game. Sound-wise, it was nothing special. The talent that they got to play people in the games did fine. The battles sound good, you know, we got some good clashes and good sounds, and the voice acting's fine for the orcs and all that. It's just nothing really to write home about. If you watched Lord of the Rings and you like the sound of Lord of the Rings, it's Lord of the Rings. The same music, the same kind of British, oi, I'm gonna slice your fucking head off, you stupid plonker. I don't think they ever call you a plonker, but, you know, that same kind of voice acting, and yeah, so audibly, it's fine. Meh. So as far as gameplay and amount of game that you get, it's a good deal. You get 2 big open world areas and lots of quests to do. I did, like, jack for side quests. I did probably, like, 20% of the side quests, but there's a lot of side quests, there's a lot of things that you can hunt down and gather, so there's collectibles, there's the side quests, there's the main missions, and then once you beat the game, you can actually continue on to do other parts like the stuff that I didn't do. Hey, look at that, I could still play the game if I wanted, and I've got a good 30 hours of gameplay, so you definitely get your money's worth, and it's fun. It does, after a while, become a little repetitive, but this style of game, I would say the group combat kind of games, where it's not so much focused on combos and stylish combat like, say, Bayonetta, Devil May Cry, Ninja Gaiden. It's not like that, it's more taking on huge, massive groups of enemies and being able to counter them and just sort of like taking in all that information and being, I guess, aware of your surroundings. Like, that's the kind of game it is, and it's not the most complex style, but it's fun and it's workable up until a point. After a while, like I said, it's a little repetitive, but that's just the style of game. and that's sort of why I started blazing through missions towards the end. Whenever I knew I was getting towards the end of the game, I just started tearing through the missions because I was sort of done. It's not a bad thing that the gameplay sort of gets stale after a while. It's just, it's telling of who I am as a gamer. So the gameplay is phenomenal, it's tight, it controls well, things work when you want them to work, and there's actually a good deal of variation in it. It's just not as much as I would want. As far as story goes, the story's fine, it's passable. I actually didn't care for it that much. It was pretty basic. I mean, it's a revenge story, and it doesn't really feel like it adds much to the Lord of the Rings mythology. But then again, I don't know much about the Lord of the Rings mythology. I read the books and I saw the movies, and that's pretty much it. I didn't really study the mythology beyond that. It's just, there's nothing new here. It's all stuff that we've seen before, and it sort of feels like a rehash of those same old tropes that we've seen for Lord of the Rings. I wish that they would have explored, I mean, I don't know. This is me. I love the spiders in that mythology, and I wish that we would have seen more of that. They don't have one, like they have these tiny little spiders that you hunt, and that's it. I wanted like a big epic battle with a spider. So for me, story-wise, it's fine, it's passable, it's nothing epic, but the gameplay was fun. There you go. Looks good, plays fine, worth your money because you get a lot of game there, and if it's your type of game, you will love the shit out of it. I liked it. I didn't love it. It's not my favorite game of the year. It's not close to my favorite game of the year, but it was fun. And it was pretty epic. And the Nemesis system is definitely something I want to see in other games. So that's the biggest plus. That's the biggest positive thing to come from this game, was the Nemesis system. So please, game companies, put that in other games. Rating-wise, I would say it's a 6 out of 10. Just above average, but not quite like good and not amazing, just because it's a lot of gameplay that I've seen already, and it started getting repetitive for me. But that's just me. You'll probably like it. I liked it. I enjoyed my time with it. So check it out. Thanks for watching. I hope you like this review. There's more to come in the future, and there's more gameplay and all that bullshit coming. So thank you for watching. Bye.